back, guys. I know it's been what, about a month and a half, maybe. Um, and we haven't recorded a podcast and stuff, and I hate to say it, but we don't have anything special planned, you know. A lot of people going out for 2 months, they come back with a special video or something. We're just gonna be talking about why we haven't recorded in 2 weeks, and Sagar is gonna fill us in or fill you guys in on this. So.
First of all, not 2 weeks, it's 2 months, Ilya. So
Did I not say 2 months? I thought I said
we said two
a
weeks.
month.
So,
Oh,
but
two
anyway,
weeks, my
guys,
bad.
I think we did not record because I think the World Cup was going on and like because of work priorities and stuff. So I think everyone's just busy watching and enjoying the World Cup. And then I think we got kind of lazy as well at a point to not record and not make time for it. So, but yeah, so this episode is just like us going through first of all how our World Cup predictions played out. Like I know it was just wild predictions, but like what we thought of the World Cup event overall and how the tournament went. Yeah, Yash, what do you think? Argentina, your team reached the final and lost this time. How does that make you feel?
Man, the final kind of sucked because Argentina lost, and the game wasn't that fun to watch even. I think most people said it was a very boring game. 0-0 after 90 minutes, and then only one goal after playing for 120 minutes. So it was not very entertaining like the France and England game. I think that game it was like 6-4, so like 10 goals in 90
Yeah.
minutes. So that was more fun compared to the final. And I mean, it sucked to watch Argentina lose, but they have won the World Cup before, so no regrets there.
It doesn't hurt as much, yeah, this time.
Yeah.
What about you, Ilian? How did your team do? Like you were supporting
Germany,
Germany, yeah.
man, I wish we continued and got further, but I feel like we deserved to lose. It felt every time I watched their game, it felt like we didn't communicate well. It's like we had the potential, but we just never used it on the field. That's what I thought. But yeah, we lost to freaking Paraguay, and then they lost. So I think we'd have been a better team in there, but they beat us, so they deserved it.
What do you think has gone wrong for Germany in the last like three World Cups now? 2018,
I
22, and 26. What do you think has been the major issue?
I don't even know. I don't even think it's the players. Like I feel like we have great players. Um, I feel like we've changed coaches quite a bit, if I'm not mistaken. And I think we just recently, after the World Cup, got rid of the old coach, and we've got I think it's the Liverpool, the ex-Liverpool coach,
Yeah.
right? If I'm
Jurgen
not
Klopp.
mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully he can do something. I mean, he did it for Liverpool, so hopefully he does it for Germany and we come back next year.
2030.
Yeah, 2030. Sorry, I said next year. Wow, in 2030. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, what do you
England
guys
lost
think?
to Argentina. We have
Yeah, I
an
was about to
England
say.
fan here somewhere the top left in my screen, but no
Sorry,
idea
what did
where
you
he
say?
will be. England lost in the semi-finals. What do you think of that?
Oh, that game, I think we deserve to lose, man. Like the second half performance against Argentina was not acceptable. I think the like Tuchel talked about like being too defensive. I think he fell in the same trap, right? Like he scored one goal and he decided to take the foot off the pedal. So like I think that came back to haunt us, and the last 10 minutes were unbearable, man. Like against Argentina, like when they crumbled. But Argentina truly deserved to win that game, to be very honest. Like the second half performance from England was horrible. Like you can't be parking the bus for what 30 minutes in a World Cup semi-final. But to be very honest, then Argentina just went and did this whole same thing against Spain. So you see, like I think people say like defense wins you titles and all that, but I think defense only does not win you nothing. You see, so like the second half performance from England and then the whole game that Argentina played against Spain was just like very bad for football, as a whole. Like, defensive game is not it's not how it should be played. Especially like,
Isn't that how United plays, or
no, not to be no, I don't think so we play that way. It's not like park the bus, right? It's still that is counter-attacking football. So like you're not having much of the ball, but still creating enough chances, like right? England and Argentina did not create anything like in the last like 30 minutes for England, and if you see like 90 minutes for Argentina, they just played bad football and they were played out of the park by both the respective teams, right? But I think deservedly Spain won the World Cup. Like we all before the tournament we thought like England should do it. I thought even like if England versus Spain that would have been so a better final as well. But then the negative mentality of England always comes and back to haunt us.
To be honest, I really wanted to see Norway make it further. Like I really wanted Norway to beat England and then they play Argentina. And obviously I wanted Norway to beat Argentina so that they could qualify. I think it would have been historic, their like at least for their country. I think they would have definitely played better against Argentina than England did, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think about that.
yeah, I think Norway was underrated coming into the tournament. No one expected them to make it this far. So, and I think it was their first World Cup since 1980s or 1990
Yeah,
something.
1980s or something.
Yeah, so I think they did really well, and they have a foundation to build upon so that they can perform better in 2030 and maybe reach the semifinals or even the finals.
What would you say is the team that actually shocked you that made the group stage?
That made the group stage?
Yeah.
I
Cape
think
Verde.
Cape Verde, yeah. I think Cape Verde is.
Go against Argentina.
Dude, I watched
think
that round of 32 game. I was at Yash's place, bro. Like I told him, those goals they scored, man, bro. And I
yeah.
think one of the goal was the goal of the tournament, like the
It
third
was,
goal
yeah,
that
the
yeah
second
this
goal
yeah.
by Cabo Verde.
Wow.
What a goal.
And
I
I
think
think
for
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
so I was just gonna say for me, I thought it was South Africa, man. Like that that
Really?
really, yeah. Like I did not expect them to make the group stage, but they did.
Why
To
did
be
you
very,
expect them to make?
I don't know. I feel like watching their first game, it was like a
yeah,
big hype, and then it just, like everyone was talking about a recreation of what was it, 2010 or
Shabalala,
2008?
yeah,
I
the
don't know. Yeah, yeah,
Shabalala
something
goal,
like,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. And then it was just I don't know, the hype just fell off, and I didn't expect them to go that far.
Mm. But I think Capo Verde is the story of this World Cup, man. Like, like their keeper Vozinha getting like, transferred to like Colo Colo or something, that club. So that's historic for them as well. So I think that's, like we discussed this whole aspect of having a 48 game tournament. So what did you guys think of it? This was the first time it was played in a 48 team format. How do you think that played out?
I guess I'll say my part because I don't go too technical. You guys can do the technical talking. I thought it was too crazy. Like I wish we were able to, and I know like I go to work and stuff, and you guys do that too, but I wish I was able to watch each game, if that makes sense. Like I feel like at one point they were just having games on random weekdays on at like 1 o'clock. Like I couldn't really have time to watch that, and I don't think it's because the 48 team, but at the same time, I do feel like it's because the 48 team, um, whatever, like tournament style, because they just had to get so many games played
Mm.
in the span of 2 months. So yeah, that part kind of was aggravating, but
Yeah, man.
I view
This
that
new
is
tournament,
yeah,
what do you
yeah.
think, Saga,
This
about it, Saga?
so I think there are two ways of looking at this. Like if there was not a 48 game tournament, we would have never got a story like Capo Verde. Like it's just so difficult for some of these teams to reach the world stage. If there are no extra spots in qualifying. Like I think Africa got like extra spots, and I think then they qualified into the World Cup. And I think it's good for smaller nations. But then again, I feel at what point do you draw the line, right? So like then what's the point of qualifiers and then reaching to the final and then having an extra knockout round. Like, technically, like the round of 32 was technically a glorified group stage. You see,
It
so
was.
it was just like basically each team playing against each other, and then the best wins. And I think that's how Paraguay got knocked. I mean, that's how Germany got knocked out, right? So
Yeah.
Germany's catching strays.
Yeah, it is what it is. But don't you think that, how you said it gives other nations a chance to, show themselves? There were rumors that after this World Cup that they were going to try and expand it even more. What do you think about
64,
that?
yeah,
Yeah,
the
I think that's
64.
that's horrible. I feel like now it's just becoming like a money thing, like
Yeah, what's the
Yeah,
point of qualifying games if every team is going to play?
right,
No need for qualifiers then.
Italy
It's
might still
just
not
pointless.
qualify in the 64 team. But I think 64 is just for the next one because like the 100-year anniversary of FIFA. So like to accommodate like all other nations that have never qualified for the World Cup. But 64 games is just too much, man. Like just think about how many groups that is.
It's
Plus
true.
then
Yeah.
there'll be a round of 48, a round of 32, a round of 16. You see, like that just doesn't make any sense, you see. So like I've
What do
never
you
heard of
guys?
round of
Okay.
48. What is round of 48?
What do you guys think about the ticket pricing in America and Canada? The ticket prices?
Oh, sorry. I think
Yeah.
your
Sorry,
screen.
did I cut off?
Yeah, I think you got
I
me.
hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Honestly, I thought the stadiums will not be packed because we saw a lot of negative things on social media,
Before.
but
Mm.
it turned out to be the opposite. Most stadiums are packed, most games are packed, and everyone got to watch the game. So I think the people who there were so many slots in the lottery system, such that it was enough to fill up the stadium. And after that, it was very expensive. So I think it was not what I expected it to be, but I think for those people who got the tickets through the lottery, it was affordable. But
Mm.
Yeah.
if you're not selected, it will cost you like thousands of dollars, which is too much, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What do you think as a whole? Like, which of the three? Like, I think the Mexico atmosphere was crazy as at the Azteca, like the Mexico England game. Like, I think that was like electric atmosphere. The game was good as well. What do you think the US did particularly well in this World Cup? Like, as a host nation.
I think in general, I think they had the most stadiums, if I'm not
Mm.
mistaken.
Yeah.
And I think just the atmosphere of having like the roads being closed and all the host, or not the host countries, but the guest countries fill up the roads, the streets, walking to the stadium. I think that was actually the highlight of everything, especially like the Netherlands, like them doing their little dance, like
Mm.
across the whole, and that was pretty cool to see. And I don't think I've seen it in any other except Canada. Canada also had a good, um, little walk to the stadium with all
Yeah,
the people.
Bosnia. Remember the
Yeah,
Bosnia
yeah,
game?
yeah,
The
yeah. That
Bosnia
was pretty
game.
cool. So I think
Yeah.
I think they did that really well, to welcome like all the guests and stuff. So yeah,
I think like the highlight of my World Cup like was the like the Japanese fans and then the Mexican fans as well. Like just doing like crazy stuff on the streets. I think
The
that was the highlight.
Japanese coach with his tactic board was
Yeah.
really like, what kind of signals is he sending?
I think that Japan versus Brazil game, like Japan played so much better in that game, and I think they should have won. So
I think they played better in the first half.
yeah, first half.
But
Yeah.
then in the second half, they parked the bus. 45 minutes of defending, and eventually they conceded.
Yeah, but like the fans are the highlight, man. Again, like I did not expect the US to, And another good thing I think the US, as you mentioned, every country before this has had to build stadiums, which cost the countries like, infrastructure in billions. But I think the US does not even need to do any of that, like they have big stadiums already. So I think that is the one thing I think the US, and I think that's the reason the World Cup should be coming back to the US again. Like after 10 years, it should always be hosted in the US after every 10 years. So because they have the infrastructure, they have the money. So yeah.
Qatar was actually pretty good too, right?
Yeah, they had a plan
But
to what to do with the stadiums. I don't know how much of that plan has worked out in their favor.
Yeah.
Like Saudi Arabia is preparing stadiums for the 2034 World Cup from now. Like it's like still what 8 years away. So I think the US hosted it like without any major infrastructure costs. So yeah.
What was your highlight of the World Cup, Ilya?
England losing.
You hate England, huh? You don't like them.
Bruh, to be honest, I feel like the fans, bruh, they're just
Sagar
they
is
But
don't
to be very,
I don't think I don't
yeah.
think they deserve to win, bro. Just how like the fans are, bro.
To
Like,
be very honest, there's a lot of Arsenal and Liverpool and all this fans.
oh,
like
here
that.
we go. Here we go. Arsenal, yeah, okay.
Stevie
Okay.
Wonder.
It's never Man United, right?
We are not cocky, bro. Like we are not that cocky. Come on. Like
Sure. Okay.
But yeah, I know like what you mean. Like a lot of England fans are can be like
I mean,
that.
I feel like a lot of fans, like if you say it about Germany, people would have the same, thought or whatever. But I don't know. England should always be a top performing team, bro. Like,
What do you think?
you
What do you think
know,
needs to change? Like I think I talked to Yash after the last World Cup as well when we got knocked out against France, and also after the Euros in 2024 when we lost against Spain in the final. What do you think has to change in terms of not just footballing structure? I think the structure is not a problem anymore. Tuchel got the best out of these players, but when it mattered the most, again they failed. How do you cross that hurdle? Southgate was the same thing. What do you think needs to change for England, especially?
yes.
No.
I'll repeat what I told Sagar. I think what needs to change is the players. I feel like the same players have experienced too many L's, too many losses. So when they're in a similar situation, they feel like it's like deja vu. We've been here before. We know how it ends, and they know that the game is over before it's actually over. It's the same with kind of Barcelona when we were losing, like bottling leads in the UCL, until we got rid of all those players and brought in a new generation of players. That's when things started to change for us. So I think it's the same for England. A lot of these players have been taking L's since years. So I think they need to step back and let the new generation take over.
Yeah, I think Harry Kane needs to put up his boots.
To be very honest, even if I think he's the best English striker, I think so. Going into the next World Cup, he should not be the one leading he should be in the squad, of course. He should be like a squad rotating player, maybe. But I think we should have a new striker by the time the
What
next
if he
World
wins
Cup.
a Ballon d'Or the season before?
I think he should win. It doesn't matter. I think he's going to be. I feel one thing about Harry Kane, like he's a one-man army. Like, did you see the game against Mexico, Congo? Like he was pulling goals out of anywhere, So you need him in the team. You need him around the team. So because of that experience, as you mentioned, even if they took L's left, right, and center, he took L's with Tottenham for what 10, 15 years, man. Like, and still a top one of the best strikers that England has ever produced. So I think younger players need to step up. I think so. I think Tuchel is still maybe the right man. I hope the Euros are better because the Euros are at home, are at England. So let's see how that goes. What about you, Yash? What was your highlight?
Me.
Messi hat trick?
I think Argentina pulled off so many impossible comebacks. It's hard to choose. But I'll choose a game against England because you're an England fan.
Yeah.
I think the 2-0 comeback within 10 minutes was the highlight for me.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I think
Yeah, I think
that
that's the
marks
World
it.
Cup review from us. We will be trying to get more consistent again over the next couple of months, trying to bring in new guests and stuff. So stay tuned for that, guys. And yeah, happy to be posting again. Thanks, guys.
Peace
Yeah.
out.